What's your point? What's your point? What's your point?
With Armstrong Williams on the right and Russ Parr on the left.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Russ Parr. I'm on the left, and that is Armstrong Williams, our favorite Republican. He is on the right. Good morning, Armstrong. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm always good.
Okay. Of course, Congress yesterday voted to be able to have guns on the floor of the Congress. Lauren Boebert and all these folks that are gun enthusiasts. I noticed that some Republicans are wearing AR-15 lapels instead of the American flag. What is your position on having guns on the floor of Congress?
You know, the United States Congress, as the White House and the Supreme Court, are some of the most protected government buildings in the world. You know, I am a First Amendment, Second Amendment individual. I believe in conceal and carry. I certainly am an advocate of firearms. But, you know, when you're on those premises and you have the best security in the world, I don't understand why members would feel threatened in one of the most secure places in the world. Obviously, I think it's more symbolic than meaningful. But I think that is something to debate. I think that's the last place you need to carry a firearm. I would never deny a lawmaker's right to do so, but obviously they're protected by the best.
Are they catering?
As it comes to law enforcement.
Are they trying to cater to their base? You know, Lauren Boebert is always posing with guns and all that kind of stuff. And here's what my concern is. You got a guy like Paul Gosar, who is basically on print, you know, threaten the life of AOC and all these people. And he seems, even his own family says that he's a little off kilter. Do you really want him on the floor of Congress with a weapon that he's allowed to bring on the premises and he might kirk out one day?
Yeah, but you also had a Democratic member who sent a gift to members that he felt were his adversaries, and in it was a grenade. It was a fake grenade. I mean, look, it's on both sides. We keep ratcheting up this rhetoric, and we wear these lapels of AR-15s, and we talk about we're going to conceal and carry on the floor. But what we don't talk about is the responsibility and the accountability that comes with carrying a firearm, the training, the constant going to the firing range, learning your weapons. Because just because you carry a firearm doesn't mean you're protected, because you never know what the mindset or the actions of the other person. And so even for me, if I'm in a place, I have to be very careful. If there's a situation, and I have to stand your ground where I pull up my firearm, because immediately I become a threat.
Let's move to something else right quick.
Goes into it.
I got you. Let's move to something else real quick. Representative Ilhan Omar was taken off the Foreign Relations Committee, okay? And to me, it just smacks of anti-Semitism, which your side of the aisle practices on a regular basis. You had a president for 4 years that practiced in that. Does this set a bad precedent by removing a lady that you feel is anti-Semitic?
Well, listen, what is good for the gander is good for the goose. Pelosi did the same with Republicans. She did it with Marjorie Taylor Greene, no matter what you
Of course, that woman is nuts. She's nuts, Armstrong.
Let me just say this, which you're not going to like. Ilhan Omar has made anti-Semitic, anti-Jewish, divisive comments, and she apologizes for it, and she continues to do the same. So they had every right to remove her.
Okay,
she should have expected it.
So you're saying that Marjorie Taylor Greene is equivalent to Ilhan Omar to have her removed from the Foreign Relations Committee, where she has experience, and from all accounts, she kind of knows what she's doing. Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't know the difference between Congress and the Senate.
That's because you believe in the headlines and not realize.
Did you hear her talking on the floor the other day? This lady.
Let me just tell you something.
Oh my God.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no difference between Marjorie Taylor Greene, Ilhan. They're all the same. They just call themselves these and ours.
Okay,
they're all the same.
You're delusional. People. You're delusional. That's not even. That's apples and oranges. It's not even. It's almost an oxymoron to me.
Yes, tit for tat. What's good for the gander is good for the goose. This is the price you pay when they are in power, and it's sad, and it's going to continue.
And it hurts the American people. It really does. We on our very best making decisions. Army, we got to go. That's Armstrong Williams. He's on the right. I'm Russ Parr. I'm on the left. And that's what's your point.